What happens when love at first sight is lost, but then found again? This is the story of Bonnie and Clyde, two inseparable cats who faced heartbreak, but discovered that sometimes destiny gives you a second chance. At Meow Cat Rescue, Bonnie and Clyde weren't just a bonded pair, they were soulmates. From the moment they arrived, it was clear they were one heart and two bodies. They leaned on each other for comfort, shared every nap, and never strayed far from each other's side. To know one cat was to know the other. Then, the moment every shelter dreams of, a family walked in. It felt like love at first sight. Bonnie purred and pressed against their legs. Clyde followed close behind with wide, trusting eyes. Everyone thought, this is it. They've found their family. The staff and volunteers were overjoyed. Finally, this bonded pair had a chance at a forever home. But sometimes, even when everything feels right, life has other plans. Only days later, the adoption fell through. Circumstances beyond their control left Bonnie and Clyde back in their kennels, waiting. It was devastating for the staff, who had felt that spark of hope, for the adopters, who couldn't follow through, and especially for Bonnie and Clyde, who had already believed they were chosen. Days turned into weeks. Bonnie and Clyde waited together. They didn't understand why their new home slipped away, but they still had each other. That bond kept them strong. And through it all, the team at Meow Cat Rescue refused to give up. They believed in destiny. They knew that somewhere out there, the perfect home was waiting for these two soulmates. And then, it happened. Another family came to meet them. They didn't know the heartbreak Bonnie and Clyde had faced, but the connection was instant. This time, the bond was even stronger. The family didn't see two cats. They saw one heart in two bodies. They couldn't imagine separating them, and they couldn't imagine leaving without them. Bonnie and Clyde were adopted again, but this time it was forever. They finally had a place to call home, safe, warm, loved. Now they spend their days basking in the sunlight, chasing toys, and curling up side by side, just as they always have. Only this time, it's in a forever home. Bonnie and Clyde's journey reminds us, heartbreak isn't always the end. Sometimes it's just the beginning of something even better, because love doesn't always happen on the first try. Sometimes, it takes a second chance to find a forever home.